What's going on, everyone? I'm at my house chilling. I just got back from having a meeting with someone and I picked up some fresh scooter parts. I have a Phoenix deck and I have some Phoenix parts, some grip parts, some striker parts. I also picked up a brand new dirt scooter which I have plenty of ideas for, which are going to be in the future videos. Can't wait to do that kind of stuff. I'll now have 2 dirt scooters. This will be my 3rd dirt scooter. I gave one of them to Maddie back in the day when I had an ATS dirt scooter, which is really cool though. But what we're going to do is we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to show you these parts. We're going to do a little bit of a custom build today and then we're going to meet up with Maddie and the boys down at Frankston. Just you know, got a big cruiser right here. Cheers to Glover for hooking me up with this one. Got a big 180mm wheels on this one. But we're gonna get some parts out of what we're using, what we're not using today, because I got the hookups today, which is really nice. So shout out to the Active out there, dudes, for giving me the goods. Oh, we're dropping stuff. Jesus. You sit there. Now the hard part is going to be getting all this stuff inside one-handed. So let's see if we can do it. Like we'll give it a go. Like no guarantees. I'll probably drop some stuff, but yeah, who cares? Here though. Good boy. Oh, we're doing it two-handed. We got the camera filming still. Get open. Yes. We did it. Totem, what's up? Damn it. I dropped something. Two-handed. That was a terrible film. As you guys can see, we're now in my room. I'm going to get straight to the point. We're going to do a custom build today, and we're going to start off with the grip tape here. We've got the Soul Stance grip tape. This thing is really cool. It's got 3 cutouts right here, and it feels super gritty. So it's going to hold on quite nicely. So next up, we're actually running the new Tyler Bradley SIG Phoenix Ion deck. This thing is 5 inches wide by 22 inches long. And I'll tell you how long the foot space and stuff is at the end of the video, but I'll just tell you the parts I have right now. Moving on, I've got the new Phoenix SCS. This thing looks really cool. It's a very kind of sleek, smooth design. It's got 6mm bolts as well. 6mm bolts is very recommended for scooter parts. I don't know. Everything was 5mm, now everything's going to be 6mm. I feel like the 6mm bolts just hold a little stronger and they're less easy to strip for you young kids that love to strip some parts. Next up, we've got the Aztec box. These look really cool. I've got it in the red and the chrome kind of trim here, which is going to go really nicely with my new Striker Essence wheels. These look really cool. Again, it's got the nice red with the chrome trim on the inside. Looks super nice. It's going to go well with this setup. Going with the red and black setup here. I've got the grit 2-tone grips. I've got the grit white and black grips. These things are pretty cool. We've had these in scooter for a long time. I've personally never rode these grips, so it's a first for everything. But last but not least, we have the Lineage bars, the Phoenix Lineage bars. These formerly were known as Phoenix Suicide bars back in the day. The only difference is the actual curve here was this was square. So I've always wanted to run a pair of Phoenix Suicide bars, well, Lineage bars now, ever since my boy Mick Nungput got hooked up with a pair of them and they looked so sick. So I'm actually that excited to get these on and give them a go. So next up, what we're going to do is I'm going to measure the foot space and all the specs on this deck. I'm going to measure the height and the width of the bars. I'm pretty sure they're 26 by 24 off the top of my head. And I don't need to tell you too much about the wheels. I'm running 110mm wheels. That's pretty much all you need to know about these ones. But we're going to get right into it. So first up, we're going to measure the actual foot room on this deck. So starting from the back of the brake to the head tube here. The wall does go back a little bit, but you can go all out to the head tube, which is where I'm going to measure to. So starting off, we have a total of 15.5 inches of foot space. That's pretty good. 22-inch long deck. The head tube is quite long, and the weld does come out a fair bit, but like I said, there's something you're going to be able to stand on. It's not going to be super noticeable, which is quite nice. So we're going to turn it over to the bottom, and you guys can see the beautiful graphic on the bottom here. But what we're going to do is we're going to measure the actual bottom. It does taper in a tiny bit, so I'm guessing you're going to have a little bit less room, so about 4.7 I'd say. So the bottom deck is actually 4.7 inches on the bottom, so you're losing 0.3 inches from the top to the bottom because it tapers in the tiniest bit. So you're only going to have, 4.7 inches of grind room on the bottom. So next up, we're going to measure the 50 room, so how long the grind rails actually are. The easiest way for me to do this is just to set it down like this. Might look a bit awkward, but at least I'm going to be able to measure the grind plates here. So you're going to have a total of, so the grind rails here are 1.7 inches wide each, which is pretty nice, but the 5/0 space is going to be even less, as you guys can see right here. It does taper in the tiniest bit, so you're going to be having even less 5/0 room. So next up, we're going to measure the 5/0 room. So 5/0 space, I've measured 1.4 inches. That looks about right. It's just a little bit smaller than the actual grind rails, like I said, because it tapers in. So 1.4 inches of 5/0 room. I mean, that's not bad. but most decks I've been riding lately have been fully square at the back, so I've been getting the full, you know, could be 1.7 inches or 2 inches or whatever it may be of actual 5.0 room. So I'm actually losing a little bit, like I said, because it tapers in, but to me that's not so much of a big deal. I don't really mind. But overall, this deck looks super nice. It's got a nice cutout in between the head tube here, and it looks super sweet. It feels kind of chunky, but that's alright. We're going to give it a good go. So I'm going to take this brake off pretty much as soon as I get it, because, you know, I don't run a brake. It only slows you down. But we're going to move on to the Phoenix lineage bars. I just measured these bad boys up. They're 26 inches high by 24 inches wide, so that's a nice, decent handlebar height. I'm running 26 inches in HRC right now. But because I am going to SCS, I'm going to have to cut the slit off, obviously, because I haven't got an adapter to put in my bar to run with SCS, or else I'd run them full height. But considering I run 26 inches anyways, it's not so much of a big deal. We're not going to be losing too much. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to set up this custom build, we're going to put it together, and then I'm going to go outside, get some cinematic shots, head to the skate park, meet up with Maddie and the boys. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. So I just finished up building the custom here. It looks really cool. Sorry I didn't do an actual time lapse of this one. I'm in a bit of a rush. I needed to get done really quick, but we're going to get some cinematic nice shots of this scooter, because overall this thing looks really nice. Stoked with it. The forks and the red and forks tie up really nicely with the black, and the black and white grips tie up nicely with the rest of the colors on the scooter. There's a lot of black and whites on there, which is really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some cinematic shots of this thing, and we're going to go head to the park. So the cinematic shots came out really nice. I'm absolutely loving this camera so far. This is the second day I've had it. I have just had a little play around with the settings. I haven't played around a great deal. I'm still trying to figure out what the camera does and what it's capable of. But it's definitely much better than my old camera. The cinematic stuff came out really nice. The Tyler Brother deck looks sick as well. The red and the black combo with a little bit of white looks awesome. So I'm about to head down to Frankston to meet up with the boys. So I'll see you guys in a sec. So we have just arrived at Frankston Skate Park. We have the boys, Maddie over here. And we have, who's that? None other than Vitesse over here. Billy Watts is here as well. We've got two more people coming down, which is going to be really cool. But it's just good to hang out with Claudius, because he's never, well, he is in Australia, but I never actually get to hang out with him too often. So we're going to be chilling today. Playing some warm-up scoot, like usual. The boys are, they're just loving it, having a good time. That's what it's all about. Scooting's about having fun, not sending it. Isn't that right, Billy?
Not sending it. It's about giving it a crack.
You swiping?
Want to see a double flare?
Swiping?
Straight up.
Just got done with the first session on this Phoenix here. It feels super awesome. It's a little bit heavier than what I'm used to. Not saying I don't like heavy scooters. I actually prefer a heavy scooter, but I have a collaboration with a titanium bar coming out, and I'm going to be riding that for the next 2 or 3 months. So I don't want to get used to a heavy scooter again, then go back to titanium. So if you guys can't understand that, then that's alright. I don't really care. So. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch up to the GoPro, get some GoPro clips on this, guys. You know what to do. You know what to do. I'll see you in a sec. It's good. That's gonna do it for the GoPro clips, guys. I'm gonna switch it up to my other camera, film the boys.
Cheers for the wax scuba claw. Found it in my bag and it's terrible, but it's all we have.
It looks very flaky. Yes, Vince? You ready? Nice canvas. Jesus.
So straight.
Back him up with the front side 3 heel bro.
Front side 3 right. Jeremy! Jeremy!
So what we're going to do is we're going to set the camera down and see how many clips we can smash out in 5 minutes. I know Juzzy's going to get so many clips. So many clips.
Yeah, I know. The last time I would have seen you would have been like Scooter Hut. So. Oh my
Jesus,
God.
Billy! I'm pretty sure Billy wants to try jump up this huge ledge to manual. Oh! Billy only just learnt brakeless manuals today as well, and he's just doing them like a champ. Trick in, trick in! Oh, look at that, 22-inch flavour. You'd think you'd never see the day, Billy, on one of them. Hey mate, how you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My fingers, dude.
Wow. So we're now at my house, got the flat bar ready to go. Guys over here with his bung hand. We're gonna ride this flat bar, kink, thingy, have a good time right here.
Completely ruined my hand after that 270 lip. I don't know why we had a flat bar surf smash.
Because that's all we do. First trick, first try. Front lip didn't die.
It's gonna kill if I actually put my other hand on, dude.
Oh my God. That was good. That was nice. God damn it, I started that filming so late.
Oh. Mate, I'm counting that, whatever. Dude, how did that even work? Oh, burns! Whoa!
No.
Oh! Oh, shit. Done, mate.
Not bad, mate.
Bit of work for a feeble, but
Ah, that's alright, mate. You don't ride skateboards, you ride a scooter. Scooters suck. Alrighty. Just got home from the skate park. I'm actually just finished up riding the flat bar as well with Juzzy. Juzzy's got a pretty bunged up hand. So the scooter today felt awesome. It was kind of weird going from titanium bars and stuff like that, a real light scooter, to a semi-heavy scooter. So it took me, you know, a good hour to get used to it, but you know, I ended up preferring it more than the scooter I have now, purely because I usually prefer a heavy scooter. Like, I like the feeling of tricks better with a heavy scooter. Whips feel much better, bar spins and stuff like that, but you know, at the same time, I really do like having a light scooter, so it's a bit of a love-hate relationship between the both. When you have a light scooter, I feel like you have no control over whips and bar spins, just like you do with a heavier scooter. I feel like you can control it a lot more, so I do prefer a heavier one. The Phoenix, the lineage bars felt amazing. You know, I actually did really like the feel of it. I'm more of a T-bar style person. I've been like that for a while, besides my old SIG bars, which are on the wall. You can't obviously see right now. The bars are 26 inches high by 24 inches wide. Like, I run 26 high, so that felt normal. But 24 inches, I normally run 22 inches. So being 2 inches bigger kind of felt a little bit different, as well as being heavy. But I actually preferred having them 24 inches on that, purely because, I don't know, when it's got a Y-style bar, they don't feel as wide. So 24 inches felt really nice. I would not ride 24 inches on T-bar. 22 is where it's at for me. Personal preference, you guys can do what you want. But yeah, the bars felt really sick. I loved them. The deck itself, oh, so good. So good for 50/50s. They didn't even have to wax the deck up, and that thing just slid like no problems. It was actually pretty crazy. The wheels held up super well. The striker wheels were super nice, felt nice and fast. The Aztec forks felt super nice as well. You know, anything Aztec goes good, so I knew the forks were going to hold up well. And the Phoenix SCS held the bars in nicely. Like, my whole scooter stayed nice and tight the whole time. I haven't had to tighten it yet, which is good. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. It was so good hanging out with Claudius, Maddie, Juzzy, Vinny, all the boys. Everyone was down at Frankston today. It was actually the sickest day. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Give it a like, comment, subscribe. Do all that kind of good stuff. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.